Executive Order number 7B, protection of public health and safety during COVID-19 pandemic and response, further suspension or modification of statutes dated March 14, 2020, suspending in-person open meeting requirements. All public meetings will be closed to the public at this time. Public meetings will be available on Groton Municipal Television Channel 2 in real time or via Zoom and there's the Zoom link with the meeting ID and the passcode. All right. Let's see. Let's call the roll. We have Deputy Mayor Depot here, Councilor McCabe, Councilor Sheffield, Councilor Carter, and Councilor Stanford. Councilor Ortiz is excused, and Finance Director Ron Uhas is also excused. So we will do the salute to the flag, and I'll start. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, thank you. I need a motion to suspend the rules to move resolution R-21-1-1 to after the salute to the flag.
So moved.
Second.
Who is this? Okay, we have a motion from Deputy Mayor Depot and a second from Councilor Sheffield. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Abstention? Motion carries. All right, Councilor McCabe.
Resolution R-21-1-1. Therefore be it resolved that the mayor and council approve the appointment of Vidyadhar Nowduri, I hope I pronounced that correctly, as a probationary police officer, grade D, in the City of Groton Police Department, waive the residency requirement, and that the appointment be effective January 4th, 2021. I so move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Motion was McCabe, second was Deputy Mayor Depot. All right, Chief, I will turn it over to you.
Good evening. Vidyadhar Nowduri is a 27-year-old local resident of Connecticut. He is a corporal in the United States Marine Corps and served in Okinawa, Japan, where he was assigned to the armory and administrative duties. He is proficient in numerous weapon systems from his time in the Marine Corps. He was born in Uttar Pradesh of India, and he graduated from Victoria Park School in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. He earned his associate's degree in criminal justice from Luzerne Community College in Nantucket, Pennsylvania. He earned his bachelor's degree in criminal justice from Temple University, graduating with a 3.4 cumulative average. He worked on the Inside Out Clinic of Philadelphia while at Temple, mentoring people transitioning from being an inmate to re-entering our society. He is fluent in English and Hindu and speaks a Telugu dialect. He is a fitness enthusiast and stated he sought to enter law enforcement to serve in a community and make a difference. Gunnery Sergeant Goodland of the United States Marine Corps described this candidate as professional with an attention to detail. He stated he had an easygoing personality and made it easy to work with him. He described him as highly intelligent. Captain Ackley, his commanding officer, described him as a trustworthy Marine who does his job by the manual. A Boston police officer that we spoke with, who was friends with him during his background, Officer Michelle, who served with him, stated he believed that he would make an excellent addition to this agency. Our candidate seeks to serve his career here and stated he is committed to serving a career as a police officer and serving in the Marines Reserve. Detective Graham, while doing his background, described him as a confident and well-mannered young man. In the short term, his goals are to complete his academy training and complete his master's degree locally. This candidate would bring significant language skills to this agency and will assist us to outreach to a growing Indian population that exists within the city of Groton. I'm very happy to present him to the council for his appointment to our agency, and he will be fully sworn at a later time upon his graduation from the academy, and will be a welcome addition to our agency, and really helps us with our diversity and our community outreach.
Okay, comments from the council. Deputy Mayor Depot.
First, welcome to Groton and thank you. I have a question for, well, I guess for either the chief or the new officer. When do we expect the graduation from the academy?
3 months.
3 months time from now, COVID cooperating.
And just a clarification question on the resolution. It says we're waiving the residency requirement, and which I know that we have done that before. Can you just clarify why we do that?
It exists to assist us with our pool. He lives locally in Waterford, so that his egress to the city is excellent. We do not have anyone living where it's an extensive travel time to get to the city.
Thank you.
Any other comments from the council? Councilor McCabe.
Yes, in the resolution, it said the appointment to be effective January 4th. So the effective date is today, but graduation isn't for 3 months?
He's going to be going to the academy starting on Friday.
Oh, okay.
We have administrative tasks that we'll perform with him in the days prepping him to go there. So he's really going to hit the ground running. We were very fortunate to get the slot we got in the academy. I've got 2 people sitting in the room I can really thank helping me get there, Captain Jenkins and my administrative assistant, Julia Parker. We were competing with a couple of agencies for that slot, but we got it.
Excellent. Welcome. I wanted to add my welcome as well.
Thank you.
Any other questions from the council? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, abstention, motion carries. Chief, you said he'll be sworn in later, or do you swear him tonight?
We have the toughest city council, and we have the toughest city clerk in the state. She came in with a shoulder injury. We drove out and we brought her in, but Deb Patrick is here, and we'll swear him in on video today. So he's going to be pinned by a significant other, Alicia, and we're prepared to do that by Zoom for the council.
Perfect.
Thank you. Step out and raise your right hand, please. Are you in the camera
Give me
range?
just a little bit.
Yeah, camera's on. Deb,
You're more important than I am. Okay.
I,
Yeah,
with the other, Noduri,
do solemnly swear or affirm that you will faithfully support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Connecticut. You will discharge the duties of a police officer, grade D, with the City of Groton, in accordance with the law and the rules and regulations of the city and said department. You will faithfully serve our citizens and visitors with honor and integrity. You will promote and maintain the public trust and adhere to the department's code of ethics. You assume these duties, these obligations freely, voluntarily, and without reservation.
I do.
Congratulations and welcome aboard.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
well done.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Thank you, Chief.
Thank you, sir.
We will have cake later when we can. All right, so we're gonna move on with the rest of the agenda. Thank you all. All right, the next is recognition, awards, and memorials. Any thing from the council? Okay, we'll move to receipt of citizens petitions comments. Receipt of citizens petitions is the portion of the council meeting where the council welcomes comments from citizens. To address the council, please join the Zoom meeting via Zoom with a meeting ID number and passcode. Clearly state your name and address. Each presentation should be limited to 5 minutes or less, and citizens should, if possible, submit emailed or written comments. Presentations should be related to matters pertinent to the city of the city of Groton. City councilors will only ask questions in order to clarify the speaker's presentation and can respond during responses to citizens petition portion of the meeting. Do we have any citizens in the audience? I see none. Okay, then we're gonna move, we're gonna skip response to citizens petition. We'll move to approval of the minutes. I need a motion to approve the December 7th, 2020 mayor and council meeting minutes.
So moved.
Second.
So we have a move by Deputy Mayor Depot, seconded by Councilor McCabe. Are there any corrections to the minutes? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Abstention? Motion carries. I need a motion for the December 28th, 2020 Committee of the Whole meeting minutes.
So moved.
So, second.
Okay, we have a motion by Deputy Mayor Depot, second by Councilor Sheffield. Are there any corrections to the minutes? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Abstention? Motion carries. Communications and reports. Councilor McCabe.
Hi, the only thing I have to report tonight is that last month I had the distinct pleasure to attend Pfizer's Christmas light display. And I want to say that they did a phenomenal job, and I was really excited to have such an event hosted here in the city. And I'm got my fingers crossed that they do this every year, because that was truly spectacular and truly special. So thank you to Pfizer.
Absolutely. Councilor Sanford.
Nothing to report at this time.
Okay, Councilor Sheffield.
I just wanted to recognize Councilor Carter with his article in the Day newspaper regarding his achievements and his career that he's had, and I'm proud of him, and he's done great things here, obviously, for all of Groton over the years with his twin brother, and it was a special story. I love you, man. Great job.
Okay, thank you. That's great. Councilor Carter.
Hey, Council Sheffield, I appreciate that. That was a surprise. Yeah, you already know how what you mean to me, man. I wouldn't even be on here if it wasn't for you, you know. But that's I've already said that story. But I have nothing else to report.
Okay, thank you. Deputy Mayor Depot.
Nothing to report.
Okay, I have a couple things. One, I agree that the presentation that Pfizer did was tremendous. We've been working hard in the last couple of years to work with Pfizer and to work with Electric Boat to get more community involvement. And those negotiations and meetings are paying off. And Pfizer they are more dedicated to this community than ever. And that will, as far as I can tell, and what we're going to continue to work on, we're going to continue to do that. We're going to continue to work with Electric Boat to get some more community involvement from them as well. So I agree. We just had the GU public hearing. Many of you were at the public hearing for the rate change. The farmers market is this Saturday from 10 to 1. So if you're watching, come on out for the farmers market. You can get fish there, you can get cookies there, you can get vegetables there. There are other crafts and wares that are there. It is a great time. It is set up for COVID. It is set up for social distancing. So make sure you wear your mask and you social distance. And then farmers market from 10 to 1. The vaccines have started in the area. So that's good news. The other thing that I have for everybody is don't let your guard down. I know it's been almost a year now, but we still need to stay masked. We still need to stay socially distanced and continue to wash your hands, keep your spaces clean, and we will get through this. So that's all I wanted to put out. The committee referrals. Are there any committee referrals? Okay, I have one. I don't know who this would go to. So what we want to do is we got a request to do a mural in the city of Groton. So what I want to do is I want to move this or refer it to the committee so that we can get in touch with the artists, we can evaluate murals in the city and those kind of things. That would probably go to community development. Sarah, do you? Community development, right?
I think that will fall to economic development.
You want it under economic development, not community development?
Wouldn't that go to Lisa?
Well, that's what I thought.
Oh, what is Lisa's? Counselor, sorry.
Counselor McCabe.
Finance.
No, I wouldn't go under finance. Who has community development? Counselor Sheffield, is that you now?
I'm not sure. I haven't
No,
been
it's-
assigned.
It's Counselor Ortiz,
It is.
Okay.
because Counselor Sheffield inherited Deputy Mayor Beckford's.
You are correct.
I think it would go. I think it would go to the beautification of the city. What does that fall under? Like I know.
Community development.
Yeah, that would be community development.
Yeah. Okay, then we'll send it to community. What we can do right now is we can send it to community development and economic development, and then they can work on it together and decide where they want to go with it. So that way we'll get it to a committee so that it can be reviewed. Councilor McCabe.
Do we have a location that we are considering for the mural, or several locations? And did you say we already have an artist, so we're just trying to match the two together, or?
Well, there was someone that sent an email, and they cited the cement walls underneath the train bridge going up Fairview. And now there's some hurdles to doing that because we'd have to talk to the railroad and all that, but we can get through those hurdles. One of the things we've talked about before, especially Sierra and I, is trying to get murals throughout the city. We have several places, either sides of buildings or cement blank spots that would be ideal for murals. So this is another way to get art into the city. I think it would be a good thing. So now we're ready to refer it to a committee. There was another hand I saw. Was that Deputy Mayor Depot? Was that you?
It was, but I'm all set. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So that's committee referral. So the next business is Councilor Stanford.
Resolution R-21-1-2. Therefore, be resolved that the mayor and council approve the appointments of Eric J., 30 Hillside Avenue, Groton, Connecticut, as an alternate member, Eastern Point Historic District Commission, term to expire February 1, 2022. I so move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. This was discussed during the committee of the whole. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstention, motion carries. Deputy Mayor Depot.
Thank you, Mayor. Resolution R-21-1-3. Therefore, be it resolved that the mayor and council accept and approve the retirement of Public Works Foreman Tim Umritz from the City of Groton Public Works Department effective February 11th, 2021. I so move.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. This was discussed during the committee of the whole. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstention, motion carried. Councilor Sheffield.
Thank you, Mayor. Resolution R-21-1-4. Therefore, be it resolved that the mayor and council approve the request for a memorial bench at Eastern Point Beach in honor of Ruth and Ellen B. Slonsky Sr. in accordance with the procedures for consideration of beach and parks memorials as approved by the mayor and council. I so move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? This was discussed during the committee of the whole. Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstention, motion carries. Okay, Councilor Carter.
R-21-1-5. Therefore, be resolved that the mayor and council authorize Groton Utilities Management to enter into a master service agreement with Wright Pierce, 169 Main Street, 700 Plaza, Middlesex, Middletown, Connecticut, for a 4. But
Okay, it should be, get rid of the second 4A.
for a 5-year contract, and that for a 5-year contract, and that this company be recognized as a preferred vendor to avoid future bid process, at agreed on prices for services, with consideration given to approval of future purchase order amounts per policy number 1004, policy and procedures governing the purchasing practices of ground utilities, and the director of utilities be authorized to execute. Oh, hold on, my phone just. To execute the agreement. I so move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? This was discussed during the committee of the whole. Deputy Mayor Depot.
I just want to clarify, this resolution recognizing them as a preferred vendor does not waive the requirement if anything is over the $10,000 purchase, the regular requirement for the utility company to come to the council and get those kinds of purchases approved. This isn't waiving that. It's just giving them the ability to agree on prices with this company so that we can possibly get lower standardized prices and have a committed vendor for certain things.
That is correct. The policy talks about 10,000 unbudgeted and 50,000 budgeted. So it does not circumvent that requirement.
Thank you.
You are correct. Any other questions or comments on this? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, abstention, motion carries. Councilor McCabe.
Resolution R-21-1-6. Therefore, be it resolved that the mayor and council authorize Groton Utilities Management to issue a purchase order to Woodward and Curran, 35 Broad Street, 1 Waybosset Hill, Floor 7, Providence, Rhode Island, for an amount not to exceed $69,000 and no cents for the SCADA system upgrades at the water treatment plant to be paid from funds available in the 2020-2021 Water Division approved non-funded capital budget. I so move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? This was discussed during the committee of the whole. Is there any additional discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, abstention, motion carries. This next resolution should be R-21-1-7. Councilor Stanford.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Resolution R-21-1-7. Therefore, be resolved that the mayor and council accept the 2020 Preservation Connecticut Vibrant Communities Grant in the amount of $25,000.00 to fund consultant services in the development of placemaking designs and implementation plans for a summer, fall 2021 installment in Thames Center. I so move.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. I want to draw attention to on page 6, third paragraph down. It says, whereas the acceptance of the grant requires a match of $5,000, which will be attained through the Economic Development FY 2021 operating budget, and the space after the and should say Economic Development Special Revenue Fund. So that's an change that we will make to the whereas. It does not change the therefore be it resolved, does not change the resolution. Okay, so is there any further discussion on this? Sierra Patrick is here to discuss it if you have any questions for her. Okay, seeing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, abstention, motion carries. I will take a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstention, we're adjourned. Thank you all. Thank you, counselors. I hope you had great holidays, and I hope you have the best of 2021.
Thank you.
You too.
Happy New Year, everyone.
New Year.
Happy New Year,
All right, too.
everyone.
Have a good night.
Thank you again. Good night.